Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see about the rule of the British in India during the European rule. The English people came from England and they fought along with the French people and the Marathas to do trading in India. And the decisions which were made in the Parliament of England helped many people to start their trading companies in India, particularly the East India Company was the only company which was the major company in India which was trading here, and that is why the English people became very strong, and they had a lot of competition with other companies. And because of the civil war which happened in the European countries, there was also that fight continued in India also among the companies which came from France and Portuguese and other companies. And here, because they wanted to make themselves very strong, they requested the Mughal kings to give them permission to trade there, and they got whatever they wanted, and therefore they set up their companies in Calcutta, Hyderabad, Surat and Chennai. And in order to protect themselves, they brought even the army from there, and they made their army camp here also. And here Marathas and Portuguese, they had a lot of war between themselves, and because of that the trading of the company was affected. And in order to protect themselves, England had brought a lot of weapons and soldiers from their country, and therefore they were very strong. And they also interfered in the internal affairs of the other persons, and they used their people, their soldiers and their weapons, and through that they started getting accommodation in many places there. And it was very easy for them because they had a large army and lots of weapons. And all the seasides which were near the Mandalam and other places, they named that places as Karnataka. And there was a fight always between the British and the French people in capturing the places. And the British had Surat and Masulipatam under their control, and other harbors also in their place. And the places which were near the seashore in Mandalam also was along with the British people. And the British people had the Chennapatnam and the French people had Puducherry, and they were the famous trading harbors in those days. And this Karnataka was filled with the European army. And these Indian kings did not have an army or a navy at that time, and therefore the French people and the British people, they used these kings for their political play. And this situation in Karnataka was actually in a very bad state. And the Mohalaya kings, under them were this Subhatarayan in Hyderabad, he was ruling, and Arcad Nawab was ruling the Arcad which was below him. And both of them went away from Delhi, and they themselves established themselves as though they are free. And the Marathas in the Karnataka war, they literally robbed the whole city. And then came the first and the second Karnataka wars and Mysore wars, and that affected Karnataka a lot. And there was till then the French and the British people were waiting without entering into this fight. And in Europe, they made an agreement among themselves, a treaty peace to decide who were in charge of Austria. And because of that war which was happening in Europe, in India also the British and the French were fighting for that same thing. And they also lost a few places because of this fight. And the French people captured Chennai and they made it their place. But Anwaruddin Khan, who was seeing all this, did not like what was happening, because he thought that they are under him, and therefore he has to protect both the British and the French people. And Dupleix came to Chennai, and he attacked Chennai, and that really took 18 months. And in that time he literally robbed Chennai. And the British people had built a new Kappar Padai, that is naval army and also army, and so Chennai came into their hand. And now Puducherry and Chennai, they were affected, and it was not decided on whose side the victory was. But the decision which was made about who is the owner of Australia, at that time they made an agreement there, and according to it, Chennai went back to the European people. At this time, the Marathis had arrested Shantasayu, and for 7 years he was in the jail. And in order to get Arcad, Dupleix said he will help him to sit as the king of Arcad. And therefore, according to Dupleix, Shantasayu will become the king there, and Mujafar Khan will also become the king. Both of them were promised that they will be made as the kings, and Adwan Khan was killed, and Muhammad Ali was marching towards the French and in Tiruchi. Now Anglayargal understood the danger which was coming towards them, and so they approached Najar Khan for help. And British people were not able to survive the danger, but Dupley made Santa Sahibu as the king of Arcot and Mujafar Khan as the king of Takkanattu, and this made Dupley very strong, and this is considered as the second Karnataka war. And later on we have the Mysore wars, where Hyder Ali came into power and the Palayakarargal became weak, and the first, second and third Mysore wars made Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan meet their failure, and now Karnataka. And because of these wars, Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan met their failure, and now Karnataka fully went into the hands of the English people. And all the Palayakarargal were made only as Jamingal, and or even the villages went into the hands of the English people, and therefore they made their rule all over India like this. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.